Good morning, Vietnam! And welcome to the Pleeka podcast. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we continue Pleeka's marvelous journey to Infinity War by discussing Iron Man 2. We got a live studio audience today, if you couldn't tell.
Why are you pumping in clapping?
What? It's a live studio audience.
Oh.
Can't you see the whole crowd right here?
I can't see shit. There's so many lights.
All right, guys. So today we're discussing Iron Man 2. Did you want to do the trivia first today? We did that with the Hulk. You want to start with that again?
That's what you want to do.
I go to IMDb trivia and I copy down the things that I find interesting from Iron Man 2 and the other movies. I don't know if this is all 100% true, but I'm taking it as it. So
Okay.
Okay. Ivan Vanko originally had a tattoo of Loki on his neck. The film's producers feared it would cause confusion to fans to believe that Vanko would have a connection to the other villain in the same cinematic universe, so they used CGI post the movie to remove his Loki tattoo.
Wow.
It seems like a lot of work to just
Yeah.
like now people just be like, oh, it's a little Easter egg to Loki. That's cool. But like I read that, I was like, wow, that's kind of dumb. But like I get it back then because they were planning their whole thing and like they're nervous. Like this is like their third movie in the series.
This one was the first one that felt like they were planning stuff.
Yeah, this is the first one to me that dragged a little bit. But it's like the first time I watched it, I loved it. But it's only because like this is my second time watching it, so I'm like, okay, this is kind of just like teasing Avengers. I just want Avengers, kind of.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to keep an open mind with the individual movies that aren't my favorite, like
Yeah.
Hulk and this. And
Yeah.
Like not going, okay, here comes Avengers.
Yeah,
You know, so.
I get that. Yeah, but there's a lot of parts where I was like, okay, yeah, can you move on a little bit?
Right.
So my next thing is Robert Downey Jr. recommended that Justin Theroux, who wrote Tropic Thunder, to Jon Favreau to write this film script. Which, remember, we read that. I don't remember why we looked it up, but Justin Theroux, for people who don't know who he is, he's the main dude in Leftovers. He's the bad guy in Charlie and the Angels 2.
He's your, like, male crush.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of interesting, like, because I don't remember why we saw it, like, a couple weeks ago, but we saw that he wrote Tropic Thunder and he wrote Iron Man 2.
We were just looking at Iron Man 2.
Oh, I think we were also looking because he was in Star Wars. I think that's what kind of brought it up, too.
Oh, maybe.
We were discussing him. But I was like, oh, it's kind of interesting that Robert Downey Jr. is like, hey, maybe he should write the script. Actually forgot that he did that until I read this in the trivia. In Captain America the Winter Soldier, Gary Shanley reprises the role of Senator Stern. In Winter Soldier, it is revealed that Stern is a sleeper Hydra agent, which explains why the character was trying so hard to take Tony's suits and technologies in this film. Which I found that interesting, because, like, he just kind of seemed like a dickhead in this movie.
Yeah, he was a prick.
And, like, just like, I just hate Tony Stark and all that. But then it's kind of cool that I actually really forgot that he was in Captain America 2.
Oh,
and comes back as the same character and is a Hydra agent and all that.
Right.
So I thought that was actually really interesting. I like completely missed that the first time watching the movies. I just assumed he was another character.
I guess, I mean, I remembered he was in the other movies, but I didn't think that's why he wanted the suit. I just thought he was being a prick.
Yeah, I'm sure the time writing Iron Man 2, they weren't ready
prick.
for Captain America Winter Soldier.
Right.
But it's cool that they, put it all together. So there's a different ending. There's a different ending for the movie, which you can actually see some of the footage online. They didn't completely finish all the CGI in it.
Oh.
But, like, at the end, like, it's like almost like an extended ending. Like, they hit him and he's supposed to blow up. Like, he kind of survives, and he ends up landing on a rooftop with Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow. Like, the same rooftop that end scene. They have their whole little discussion.
Yeah.
And then he grabs Gwyneth Paltrow, and Robert Downey Jr. gets out of the suit, and then they defeat him that way. So it doesn't really add much and doesn't really like take anything away that they deleted it. But there's a longer version of the end, which I'm kind of glad they just ended it him blowing up.
Yeah, it's better him.
Because I don't remember. I watched it. I don't think that Rudy was there. Is the name Rudy? Rhodey? Rhodey.
Rhodey. I was like the guy from the Notre Dame movie. Sean Astin was there.
Because of how much Marvel butted in on Jon Favreau's Iron Man 2, he declined the offer to direct Iron Man 3.
I get that.
Yeah, I guess they were constantly like it'd be the day of filming and they'd be like, no, you got to be here at this scene because we got to set up this for that and that for like all this stuff. So he was like, I'm kind of sick of it. I'm not doing this ever again.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
could
the
totally
same
see
thing that Joss Whedon said about after he did Avengers 2. He's like, I literally can't handle doing that anymore. They make me rewrite the script the day of filming and all that. Which I think now they're kind of better because like everybody loves him. They don't really have as much worries.
Mm-hmm.
But I think setting up those movies, they were like real weird. So they kind of butted in on everything. And then, so the next thing I've written down here, should we do the best actor and moment now, or do you want to do that at the end after we discuss the movie?
I think we should do it at the end.
Okay, so let me swipe up to the top of my notes. All right, so Iron Man 2 came out in 2010. The budget was $200 million. It made $623.9 in the box office.
That's not bad.
And I found it interesting, too. This is another Paramount movie. So I looked it up, and Avengers was the first Disney Marvel film.
Oh, really?
Which I thought it was like just Iron Man and just Hulk that weren't Disney. I thought everything else was. So I found that very interesting that Avengers was the very first one. I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. It doesn't feel any different.
Yeah, now it totally feels like the same movie. It's
Yeah.
like all like just got a
Iron Man felt different.
Iron Man and Hulk, well, because Hulk was made by Universal.
Hulk felt incredibly different.
Hulk felt different
Get
up
it?
until the moment.
Get it? Incredibly different.
Moving on. So my first note is our third Stan Lee cameo of the movie.
No, for fuck's sake.
Either Robert Downey Jr.
It was quick,
Iron Man,
right?
Tony Stark. Yeah, it was like 2 seconds.
Like, I almost missed it.
He's leaving his expo thing after the whole giant opening, which is pretty goddamn cool opening to the movie. He's going to his expo. He lands down, and then as he's leaving, he walks by. Oh, Larry King, and then gets to his car, and it was Stan Lee. So now we've got our third cameo. What do you rank your cameo?
I like this one the best because it was the quickest.
Because it was like if you literally blinked, you'd be like, "Oh, cool! It was just Larry King." Like you'd have no idea.
Yeah. No, like, and that's the way the cameo should be.
That's also the way the cookie crumbles.
You're fucking retarded.
Don Cheadle is introduced and says, "I'm here. It's me. Deal with it." Do you think that was their way of being like, "Yeah, we recast him"?
Yeah. No, totally.
I thought that was really cool. I was actually expecting, because you know on everything they're like, "Oh, you look different. Did you go to Dubai or just some shit like that?"
Yeah.
But I thought it was very funny.
Why would you look different if you went to Dubai?
I don't know. They just say stuff like there's someone they do in Arrow. I can't remember, but the person comes back and like, "Oh, you look different. You've been vacationing."
That always reminds me of Roseanne.
Oh, because they recast the daughter.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
Twice.
Did you hear in the because it's coming back when it comes?
It is?
When it comes back that they're gonna have all the daughters on the show.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work?
Well, it's not real life. They can do whatever they want. The
But-
fucking dad's back and he's dead.
I guess yeah, he did die in the finale.
So
they
who gives
they
a
did
shit?
that in this is getting a little off topic, but
A
I'll
little.
Taylor made me watch the finale of Girl Meets World, and they had all the cast from like Boy Meets World in the last episode, but they recast the daughter halfway through that show too. So at the end, they had the second daughter come, and they just kept switching between, and all of a sudden they'd have two daughters, and like they were kind of making a joke out of it.
Yeah.
But it was like really funny. Like they're just kind of like, yeah, they're both here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be watching it either way.
Oh, you're not gonna watch? We're not gonna do a recap show of Roseanne?
I don't think so. I mean, you could.
That might be all the trend.
I watched it a little bit when it was on, but
Oh, really?
a little because my mom watched it.
Oh.
I don't think I had a choice. Plus, it was like I think it was on like next to Growing Pains or something.
I love when Tony hacks the Syrians and shows them all the failed Iron Man suits. Like they're all like, oh, they're building them here and here and here, and he's like, boop 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 boop. boop
Oh, I got you.
And then
I
then
didn't know what you meant. Yeah, I
he
thought
does
you meant.
that, and
I thought you meant it at the hearing thing.
And I think I wrote down, and then then right after that he says that no one's gonna be building these for like 20 years. He even shows that Justin Hammer can't even fucking build one.
Yeah.
And then they cut straight to Mickey Rourke building an arc reactor and then building his whips.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny and like good editing, and like they did that. I also read that this is the first movie, first and maybe even only, that has an opening title sequence. Like as he's building his thing, he's hammering and all that. He's crying because I think his dad just died.
Yeah.
It's like Tony Stark, Don Cheadle, like showing all their names. I read that this is like the first time they did it. I think the last.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because normally it just like kind of shows all their names and does whatever.
Yeah.
We are also told now that the device that saved Tony in the last movie is killing him. Which that's an interesting thing for the sequel. Like I thought that was a pretty good thing. That was part of it that kind of dragged on for me later on the second time you watch it. But like as the first time, you're like, oh, it's kind of cool, and like knowing that, not knowing how the movie ended, you might think he's gonna end up like handing the mantle, especially how they deal with the Avengers and all that,
Yeah,
and
maybe.
handing it to Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like that. Like he's gonna end up dying, or he can't do it anymore. I got that vibe a lot, but I'm like, well, I know he doesn't. But like,
See, I
part of
don't
me
think
was like,
I
oh, is
ever
he gonna?
believed it.
Oh, and like even the first
Yeah.
time watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I want that poster that Tony has, that Iron Man poster.
Oh, yeah.
When Pepper Potts walks in, she's like, "You're not hanging that up." That was actually a pretty goddamn cool poster. If I had that, I'd hang that up too.
It was so generic. It was just like a.
And I
Iron Man
could probably make it on Photoshop and then print it. But
yeah.
I wanted it. Shut up, Hess. Hess is interrupting the podcast. Thanks, Hess. Where was I at? Oh yeah, Tony makes Pepper Potts CEO of Stark Industries. And then doesn't she quit by the end of the movie? But then she's it again in the later ones.
I think so.
Yeah, when she quit, I was like, wait a minute, but I'm pretty sure in like Iron Man 3 or one of the Avengers, she's...
Doesn't she like take it again at the end or no? Or is that just like...
I can't remember.
Yeah. She was still... Did she quit?
At the end, well, she did, but maybe she did take it back. But I remember her quitting in the end, which I actually remember not liking her at all through these Iron Man movies. But then as you watch it, she's not bad.
I never hated her.
Like thinking about it,
I think I hated her in 3, but
I could have maybe done that. Yeah.
To see 3
which is funny. We're now buying all the Marvel movies because usually we'd go see it in theaters and then like, oh, a movie's gonna come out. Let's just run Iron Man 2 because get it from Redbox or whatever. But now we have to watch it for the show. So like we just bought Iron Man 3. We got Thor because that's next. Captain America.
Did we buy Iron Man 3?
Yeah, it's on Blu-ray sitting on the table out there.
Fuck.
Where was I at? Oh, the lady did say though, this is good for you because you like to watch it at the gym because I'm Nick. The digital download on Iron Man 3 still works, even though we bought it at some random bookstore.
The lady told you that?
Yeah.
How does she know?
To be honest, I didn't think about that, but I don't know. But she said, yeah, it's so new, the digital download should still work.
Oh, well, I'll use it. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna fucking call that lady a bitch.
I'll be standing right next to him, but you lied straight to my face.
Go back there.
Woman,
take it back.
You're just as bad as Lady Thor. No, get that reference.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Where was I at?
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson shows up as Black Widow to sign over the company to Pepper Potts.
She did not show up as Black Widow.
Well, I wrote down she was Black Widow as well.
Okay.
But she showed up to sign up the company, and then she ends up kicking
John Favreau's
ass, which is really funny. I like that. And then Tony Stark's like, I want one.
Yeah.
Which is kind of creepy now, because how much he hits on her in this movie, like they're kind of like they're pals in the other ones and like fighting crime.
He does hit on her for 90% of the movie.
Yeah. And at the end, too, it almost seems that she's like, hey, fuck me, big boy. Because she's like, I do whatever I want with whoever I want. And then walks out of the room.
Oh. Yeah, you took that way different than I took it.
You took it as he's going to go fuck Don Cheadle?
No.
Ah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, but then she beats up Happy. But also, there's a cameo by Elon Musk. He's walking into that racetrack area. He's like, oh, Elon. Shakes his hand.
Yeah, it didn't make that sound, though.
Then they go,
No.
That's not your handshake sound?
No.
No, that's how I shake hands. Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Get on with the fucking plot.
This the same Vanity Fair girl from the last movie is also there with Justin Hammer.
Yeah, Artie Lang's wife.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Just an entourage.
Oh. Okay, well then that makes more sense. I found it interesting too that they were both basically like, oh yeah, Tony fucked me. Because he had sex with her in the last movie.
Yeah.
Because I forget.
It was actually funny what Pepper Potts said.
What'd she say?
She said she has to take out his trash a lot. Remember she saw her out at the end of the
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of references to
yeah, there was quite a bit to that, yeah. Tony goes to the bathroom and checks his blood toxicity level, and it's at 53%, and decides to drive in the race. Which was kind of crazy. He's like, oh, I'm dying. Let's just go drive a car.
Yeah, that was... I mean, we were watching a movie about a guy who gets in a suit.
Yeah,
and
I mean, that's one of my favorite parts of the movie, but the lead up to that's kind of dumb.
Yeah. Well, and I was watching this on my phone at the gym that you made me fun of me for.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the fucking blood rate was. Like, he kept checking it.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see it on my phone. I was like,
oh, really?
I'm just going to have to assume that's bad.
Yeah, it said blood toxicity level, 53%.
Yeah, I just saw beep. And I was like, all right, whatever.
Wow, you're like,
I mean,
oh, he's just checking how many steps he's gotten.
I'm assuming that's going down.
Do you think it was just like a Iron Man Fitbit?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. I bet you'd get
How many
one of those.
floors do you think he gets?
Quite a bit, actually, for how much he flies. So then, I don't know why I almost said Johnny Depp. What's his name? Mickey Rourke.
Wow.
Mickey Rourke shows up.
like- Edward Scissorhands shows up.
Mickey Rourke shows up and cuts Tony Stark's car in half, and also probably kills every other racer there.
Yeah.
A lot of people
It
died.
wasn't a good day for the racing people.
No, yeah.
Yeah, those whips were kind of cool. I remember thinking they were dumb, and then he started ripping cars in half, and I thought, oh, that'd be kind of fun.
I read that actually, like, he went to training, did all this stuff, got super, like, buff for the movie, and still couldn't lift the whips. So they had to build a harness to it because, like, they were just so heavy.
Oh, really?
So they had to build a harness to him, and he had to practice whipping it for, like, a long period of time to get strong enough to be able to do the whips.
Oh, really?
Which I was like, I figured that'd be, like, some string and some fucking CGI.
Yeah.
But no, they actually built those things and made him use it.
Wow.
But that scene's really cool, and then she kicks out the suitcase and he gets into it, which I guess that's a reference to like a comic, like throwing the suitcase and he gets into it.
Oh, really?
I didn't check to see what one. I just knew it's a reference.
Oh, yeah.
It
It was funny because when he gets the suitcase, I think, and got his the way he gets in the suit now is like way more cooler than that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I love in all the movies when he just like flies and lands into the Avengers building or whatever building he happens to be in, and just it's taking apart the suit as he's walking through.
Yeah, that's always really cool.
It's just really cool looking. Completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, now I remember.
Stupid.
There was a part of this movie that to me made a little no sense. Maybe you can explain it to me. So you know how in Avengers,
Okay.
Thor strikes Iron Man with lightning, and it ends up powering up his suit more.
Could I just say yeah?
You know, like remember they're all fighting in the jungle, and he does it. And he's like, "Oh, right," and then he hits Thor like when they're all fighting.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
It powers up his suit to like 400% or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But when this little whippy guy, Mickey Rourke, is hitting him with the whips, and it's like that's electric. It's not powering up his suit. Because when he did that, I thought that's what happened, and that's how he defeated him there. But then it didn't, and he just ended up like punching him or whatever.
But
I don't remember.
it didn't affect him as much?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't hurt him.
Maybe
but
it's a different current. I don't know.
but
Maybe they didn't think about that.
Isn't
when
that
they were
weird? Like,
doing
is lightning? This is gonna make me sound so stupid, but is lightning different than electricity in that way, where like lightning could power up his suit, but electrical current couldn't?
I think lightning is just stronger. It's the same shit.
But so maybe it just wasn't enough. It was just like
I mean, think about it though. He's cutting the race cars in half, and he's not cutting his suit in half. It's just like pulling them.
I guess that's true. Yeah. So maybe it's not this like it's like strong, but not the strongest.
I mean, I try not to get into shit.
Well,
like that.
I only thought about it because I watched a clip from Avengers that had that. I don't remember. I was watching something and they pulled that up, and I was like, oh, well, why didn't that happen in? Because as we were watching the movie, I remembered his suit getting powered up and it didn't, and I was like, oh, that must happen in a different movie.
Plus, they'll just say it was a different suit.
Yeah, like oh, that suit wasn't capable of
Yeah.
getting charged up.
That's what I hate. Like playing those fucking Lego games. You have to get like 8 suits for Iron Man.
Oh yeah, I get
Which
that.
I'm gonna buy the new Marvel Lego game.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't yet, and it's not new anymore. It came out in November, but because we're watching all these, I kind of want to play
It
it.
might be interesting to play.
Yeah.
So the next scene is Mickey Rourke gets arrested.
What do you think of Mickey Rourke?
I actually really like him. Like I really like him in Sin City. He's in both of them.
Yeah.
And he's in something else I've seen too. I can't remember. But I
He's one of
actually
those,
do like
he's
him.
one of those guys that was like really popular, left, couldn't do shit, and then this is his comeback.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I actually the first.
Well, I mean, this wasn't his
the
comeback.
first
His comeback was the wrestler.
The first couple times watching this movie,
Mhm.
I honestly didn't know that was Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, he's all fucked up.
Because of the way, like, I've just seen him look completely different in Sin City. I had no idea that was him.
I'm not a big Mickey Rourke fan by any stretch. Can you open that?
I just spilled it on my pants a little bit.
So it looks like he peed a little.
It might actually look more like I shit myself because it went, like, to the back. I'm actually going to leave this uncorked a little bit.
It's corked?
Whatever, pal. God, I keep getting,
mean, that's-
snotty in my throat.
Shut up.
What do you mean?
Who wants to know that?
What movie is it where, Tommy Boy, what's his name?
Chris Farley?
Chris Farley goes, naughty. Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's
Boy.
Tommy Boy. Fucking retard.
As I said it, I remembered the scene. When I said I'm getting snotty, I thought.
Hey, what movie is it where they go, that's it, Tommy Boy?
I think that's Tommy Boy.
Oh.
No, I almost said Billy Goat. What's Black Goat? Black Sheep. All right, moving on.
You want to talk more about fucking Chris Farley movies?
Mickey Rourke, as he's arrested, tells Tony Stark about it's a bad way to die with the toxicity levels in here, whatever. Like whatever the surgical term for that disease is.
Yeah.
It's a bad way to die. So he knows Tony Stark's dying.
That's when Tony Stark comes in to talk to him and he's not giving him shit.
Yeah, which I thought that was kind of interesting. Like it showed that character's actually kind of smart. That he knows.
Well, he did build the same shit that Tony Stark did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he would know the effects. And then the next scene, you'll love this note. The prison break scene was great.
Was it?
I liked it. I like any prison breaks though. Especially the show, which is coming back for season 6.
Is it really?
Yeah. We should totally do a show for it. You can get all caught up. It probably won't start till next year.
Get your mother. She likes that shit.
Come on. Prison. I've been telling people this for as long as I've been watching Prison Break. People need to comment on these videos and tell Nick to watch Prison Break because it's amazing.
They can comment all they want. I'm not watching it.
I mean, name a show that's gotten 6 seasons that's shitty. Oh, you can say
Lost.
Dexter. Never mind. I foiled my own point. Where was I? It was something about Prison Break. Oh yeah, I love the drunk DJ Iron Man on his birthday. I really like that scene. Then we also get a cameo by DJ AM.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Isn't that that was one of the last things he did, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I
think the last thing he did was fly that plane.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, John Cheadle.
Any relation to Don?
God damn, I can't talk. Don Cheadle, not John.
Yeah, we got it.
Steals the War Machine suit. And I almost wrote down, how come Terrence Howard didn't steal it?
Wow.
But yeah, so Don Cheadle steals it, and he walks up, he's like, shut it down, Tony. Shut it down.
That was actually a pretty good Don Cheadle imitation.
And then he's like, no, you gotta fight me, friend. And then he's like, yo, DJ, give me a track. And then they start fighting.
Yeah.
And they destroy the house.
Did it remind you know what it reminded me of?
What?
What's that fucking DJ?
Oh, DJ
Hero.
Because they mixed all the songs?
Yeah.
I thought of that too.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, okay, yeah.
At first, I wrote them, they're doing it to this? Oh, no, never mind, it's a mix of songs. I was going to write down the song that they fought the house to.
Bites the Dust or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It totally reminded me of DJ Hero.
So they destroy the house, and then Samuel L. Jackson shows up at the diner as Nick Fury. I really like Samuel Jackson. I wish he was in this one more. He was in this one quite a bit. But I really, in that diner scene, I almost wanted him to, pay for their meals, pull out his wallet, and is bad motherfucker.
That would have been fun.
Can you imagine, you know how at the end of Pulp Fiction, Jules is like, yeah, I'm going off. I'm going to find myself. He goes off and finds himself. He becomes Nick Fury.
I like how, so Robert Downey Jr. thinks he's the shit, and Nick Fury is like, yeah, you're not the shit.
Yeah, he, calls over Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. She injects him with things. He's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, we just cured you.
Yeah.
He's like, well, it's not a long-term cure, but it'll slow it down.
Yeah.
And he basically ends up telling him, hey, fucker, your dad left you some shit. He loved you. Fix yourself. Quit, dwelling in it. Just fix yourself. You're smart enough.
What's funny is it's almost like Nick Fury has, riddles and shit. Can't you just tell me how to fix it if you already know that I can fix it?
I did like that, though. He was kind of, telling him it in, a way.
No, yeah, I did like it.
My next thing... Oh, I would love a solo Nick Fury movie, which we're going to kind of give Captain Marvel, because it'll be him and Captain Marvel. Which they also just announced, too, they're going to do a Black Widow movie.
I saw that. I was going to ask you, what do you think about that?
That'd be interesting. I'm hoping it's not literally just her. If it was, her and, Hawkeye and stuff, I think that'd be interesting.
What hot guy would you want?
Stephen Amell.
Wow.
You set yourself up for that one. But I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I feel she could probably hold a movie on her own. Obviously, she's a good actress, but I don't know the story. I don't know enough about her character really.
I don't think the question would be her holding it up. I think her character holding it up.
I saw that they already. I don't know who the writer is, but they already have a writer and possibly a director. I don't know about the director part.
It's hard for me to envision.
Yeah.
I like her character in this, but like in the other movies, she doesn't do shit hardly. Sometimes. I mean, I don't know. It's just
You know what I've actually seen a lot of online, which I think would be probably the only other person I could possibly see as Blade is Jamie Foxx. I've seen like a lot of little images of him as Blade. Like people want that, and he'd be the only other person that I can think that'd be like, I'm okay with him replacing him.
Yeah, I think. Well, I never thought of it, but when you say that, I could handle Jamie Foxx.
And like like they put like the little tattoos on his head, and he almost looks like motherfucker Jones from
Yeah.
Terrible Bosses.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, I put so the next scene is I kind of skipped a bit. Tony Stark ends up buying strawberries. He goes to visit Pepper Potts, and then that's when he ends up seeing his dad's structure and takes it home.
Yeah, yeah.
But when he walks away to throw the strawberries away, he missed every fucking strawberry in that trash can.
He did not play basketball as a kid.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh my god, how do you miss that much?
I mean, there was to be fair, there was a lot of strawberries in there, but the trash can was like a foot away.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that he just missed all of them. And I really like this scene where Tony discovers the new element to save his heart, and he's like swiping the things away, and then he goes and builds it and all that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I always liked it when he like drove. Did you just check to see if your mic was on?
I always do that. Yeah, it's like a reflex.
You can hear you.
I know. I'm just stupid.
I like it when he drove away with all the shit in his convertible too. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, and you see the thing like in the back.
Yeah.
I like that.
That shit would have flown out. He's going like 90 miles an hour.
Where was Oh yeah, but it's also funny that Phil Coulson is the one that he finds Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
Which like at the time he's like, oh, it's Captain America's shield, cool. But then in Avengers they made him like a big fanboy, and he had the trading cards, and he's like, oh, really nice to meet you, Steve.
Yeah. No, it made it way more funnier watching it now because
like,
he would have known what the fuck it was, and he's like, yeah, perfect, and he's like,
yeah.
Yeah,
that was a really funny scene.
Like it wasn't funny at the time. I mean, it was funny at the time because everyone knows.
Yeah,
what
Captain America's coming in 2 movies.
Yeah, everyone knows that shit, but like knowing that he would have been like freaking out about it and didn't say a word.
Yeah, what you gotta know too, Tony Stark knows what that is because his dad created him.
Yeah,
but he's like, who gives a shit?
Which
he would
dead.
Still do that nowadays too.
Oh yeah, totally.
I just put Justin Hammer unveils his drones and War Machine. So this is towards the end of the movie. He's revealing all of them, and then Ivan, I believe is his name.
We didn't talk much about Justin Hammer. What do you think of him? He's hosting Saturday Night Live this week.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, because he just won a Golden Globe for that movie, like on Sunday.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I like him, but he was part of the second time watching this movie. I was kind of over him.
I liked him. Like
it was dragging on a bit, some of it, but I really did. I liked his scenes. I just felt like some of the other stuff was kind of eh.
I like him. He's kind of like the doofus bad guy. Like
yeah, totally. Like he's almost not even really a bad guy. Like he is, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he just really wants to build some Iron Man suits, and he just really.
He did break the guy out of prison.
Well, yeah, that's like in the whole movie. That's really the only bad thing he did.
And he threatens to kill him at the end if he doesn't do what he wants.
Yeah. Oh my God, when he bagged that dude's bird, I thought he was gonna kill him. And I was like, oh, we're gonna have another animal killer. Second movie in a row where someone kills an animal. But he didn't do it. He just bagged it. Like I totally remembered him like beating the bag on the floor. But must
Jesus,
have
really?
Must have just been in my memory.
I don't think people would have went for that.
Yeah, probably not. So I was glad that didn't happen.
Well, I always like the part where he's dancing on the stage and like.
I did like that
so
too.
So goofy.
But so then Tony Stark shows up and Ivan hacks all robots and everything goes away, and then
from Star Wars.
No, and then Tony ends up saving a little boy who's wearing an Iron Man suit or a mask.
Talk about this now.
And the little boy is Peter Parker.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Isn't that kind of cool though that they did that? Like now, for those who don't know, Tom Holland heard about this theory that the little boy in Iron Man 2 that Tony Stark saves wearing the Iron Man mask was Peter Parker, and he liked it so much he went up to Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige was like, "Yeah, sure."
That's how I feel.
Sure. It doesn't affect anything, and it doesn't change much, except that it makes more sense that how much you love Tony Stark, he saved your life, and it just helps out that a little bit. But I thought that was kind of neat.
I feel more like he does. Like, yeah, sure.
I think it's real cool that they added that.
Like it's
like it obviously it doesn't change anything, but I think it's pretty cool.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with it. I just don't think it's that big of a deal.
It would be cooler if they did kind of reference it, like in Homecoming.
It would be cool
or something
if,
like that.
like the thing would have shot him, and then he would have had like a scar. And
Jesus, you just want Peter Parker to get hurt, or if one of those machines killed Uncle Ben.
Yeah. And Batman's parents.
Oh my God, the scene with Black Widow and Happy is probably one of the best scenes in the MCU.
Yeah, for sure.
She walks in, she kicks like 25 guys' asses. One guy's hanging from the ceiling, and Happy's fighting one guy.
One guy, and he's happy that he beat him.
And he's
no
like, I
pun
got him,
intended.
and then looks down the hall. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny to watch it now because, like, at that point we knew she was Black Widow, or we knew she was some kind of agent.
But because she had already taken him down.
Yeah, and she was there with Nick Fury and all that.
So we knew she's somebody, but we
But
didn't
like
know
watching
what.
it now, and he's like, no, I can't let you go in there alone. You're like,
You fucking
really?
retard. Yeah.
also Happy totally Mike Tyson the guy at the end.
Oh,
When he was fighting
he
him,
bit his
He
ear.
bit his ear, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Uh,
You wrote it down, motherfucker.
I was trying to think of what the scene in the movie was. I said I love the line in the movie where Don Cheadle goes, I'm gonna bust his bunker with the ex-wife, but then he shoots it and nothing happens.
That was
And
pretty
then
funny.
Iron Man's like, hammer tech.
Yeah.
That was really, that whole end scene is really cool. It's just them fighting all the CGI robots, like just spinning around and all that. And then
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And he used
Don
that one thing.
and he's like duck, and he uses laser, and Don Cheadle's like, why don't you leave with that next time? He's like, it's a one-time use.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was real cool. But the end with the senator was pretty funny, and then I accidentally swiped away. Then the end credit scene is Thor's hammer. Coulson finds it.
So, Jesus, you talked. That's the whole movie. So
Yeah, this is actually the line at the end of the movie.
Funny how annoying a little prick can be, isn't it?
Which that reminded me of you a little bit.
really.
Yeah, a little bit. It's funny how annoying a little prick can be.
Mhm.
Because you call me a little prick all the time.
I don't think I've ever called you a little prick.
And also, I was gonna put
gigantic
this in the
prick.
beginning, but I lost it. Never mind. I had another little audio clip, but I lost it.
That's too bad.
I just got rid of it.
Okay, so we said we are gonna rank all the after the credit shit.
Yeah.
So we got Iron Man.
But what was after the end credit scene in Iron Man? I can go back to my notes and
I
see.
totally forgot.
What?
Oh, it was Nick Fury. Fury.
Oh yeah, it was Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. He showed up in like a teddy bear costume, and he was like, "We need you in the Avengers." And Tony Stark is like, "Maybe not."
And Mark Wahlberg was with him because he's a teddy.
Wow. All right. So and then
We're counting.
and then
we're
Hulk was
We're counting.
Tony Stark showing up.
We're counting that, right?
Yeah, that counts. It's an end credit scene, but it's just one of the 7 endings to fucking Hulk.
Oh yeah. Hulk's. Yeah. Okay, so then this is Thor's hammer.
Yeah, I think this is number 1 for me, definitely.
It's number 1, and I put Iron Man number 2. Put Hulk 3.
Hulk 3, yeah. Yeah,
We're gonna have to start writing these down because like when we get to
that's
like
true.
Avengers and they're eating shit at the end, we'll be like, this is number 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or we could just go off memory and see how good we are there.
We would suck ass.
Yeah. All right, so
You fuck up when you write shit down.
It's true. Okay, sometimes I can't read. Who was your best actress or actor in the movie?
I think without question it's Scarlett Johansson.
I accidentally kind of spoiled that when I said actress.
Yeah,
didn't
you
I?
did totally.
Yeah, that's what I picked.
She's by
too.
far the highlight of the movie, and you actually spoiled it too because the best scene in the movie is with Happy and her fighting.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You called it the best scene in the fucking universe.
Well, I said
So then-
one of the best scenes in the MCU.
So, well,
But
so
yeah.
then obviously it's the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, I was thinking about it afterwards. Like I was laying in bed. That's when I looked at the trivia. Nice and tidy, nice and cozy in my
What?
bed, cuddling with Joey.
I don't want to know about you in the bed.
Looking at IMDb trivia.
Who's Joey?
My penis. And I was thinking about Iron Man 2, and I was like, you know, I honestly I think Scarlett Johansson was the best actor in the movie.
Yeah, she stole the movie completely.
So do you
I
have a least favorite actor or actress in the movie?
Least favorite. I kind of want to pick Gwyneth Paltrow, but just because I'm spiteful. Kind
Just because you want to put her head in a box?
of.
What's in the Iron Man suit? That's what he's saying in fucking Iron Man 3.
That's lame. Least favorite. No, not really. I think all in all, this is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it just for me, a lot of the parts, like, every once in a while, it would drag on a little
like
bit.
you've
but
I've heard
it's-
you say that
but
like
it-
a couple times.
but
Where
it's-
did it drag for you? It didn't really drag for me.
Well, I can't really.
I did watch it in 2 parts because I'm not gonna go on the treadmill for fucking 2 hours.
Yeah, well, and you also watched it in bed because you were sick too.
Oh, that's true. Fuck, that sucked ass.
But I felt like just I can't really like pinpoint any of the things really, but I just remember being out in the living room watching the movie at some points being like, God, this is kind of boring.
Now, see, do you think it's the movie or do you think it's that you want to get to?
I think it's that I wanted to get to other things because I know if it was the first time watching the movie I wouldn't think that. I think it's just because I knew what was gonna happen, so I was like, oh, this is gonna happen. And like the parts where it was kind of just like dialogue, like the part with Tony in the office and some stuff like that. I kind of thought was a little like boring.
Did
but
you
it's
take your?
It's only
Did you
because
take your medicine so that you're not ADHD or whatever?
I don't have any ADHD
Yeah.
medicine.
Mhm. Maybe you should get.
But it was just because I've already seen it a couple times and I just wanted to kind of move on.
See,
but,
I haven't seen it in a
definitely
long time, so I there's parts I didn't remember.
Did we already rank the movies in order?
No, but can you stay on topic? I'm just
Sorry,
kidding.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But
No, we did not rank them.
so which Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2. What are your favorites?
Right now, which we seriously need to write this down after this because like it's gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we'll write after when we're done with this. Fucking put it in your phone,
I will.
and I'll put it in my phone, even though my phone's not on me. I would go Iron Man, Iron Man 2, and Hulk. I don't think there's any question.
Yeah, I think I'd be the same.
Oh, that was fucking lackluster.
I
I thought you were gonna pick Hulk first or something because
I
you-
almost wanted to pick Hulk second, but
Really?
but I think it's
But then you remembered that you watched it and it wasn't.
yeah.
any
Well,
good.
and it's not even because it's just because I just it's almost like I just watched for the first time like a week or two ago, you know. So it's just like
Well, see, that's how I felt about all 3 of these
It was
movies.
newer.
I haven't
But
watched.
but going off like how the movie is, I think it is Iron Man 2, Hulk.
Okay,
But there is a lot of things in Iron Man 2 that I like better than Iron Man 1 and vice versa.
So let me ask you this. So the first 5 movies, we got Thor and Captain America coming up. I'm super excited to watch Thor, and
I am
super
too.
excited to watch Captain America.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to be better than Iron Man?
I think I would rank either Captain America or Thor number 1 by the end.
Now, that's funny that you say that because you didn't like Captain America that much when it came out.
I remember that, yeah. But then rewatching it sometimes, that was a weird sentence.
kind of.
I actually do enjoy it. It's like, you know, it's funny enough. There's that game. We have an achievement show as well. But think about maybe playing Captain America the game, and
If you do, I hope you get a 7-point achievement.
well, that'll fix my fucking score too, because I have one thing at the my end or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, originally I didn't like Captain America as much, but I after watching all the movies now and all that, I think I will enjoy it more. But we'll see. Maybe I'll hate it. Maybe it'll be the first one of these movies that I'd be like,
It'd be nice if
fuck
we
it.
disagreed on a movie.
Yeah.
Like
we,
if
we
I-
will eventually, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because you like Avengers 2 more than Avengers 1. And
I just want to throw this out there for the 4 folks watching this. After we're done, all 17 Marvel movies, that's including Avengers Infinity War, I believe.
Mhm.
You should comment down below what movie series or what TV series or whatever next you would like to see us do on this podcast. Like, watch all the all the old Superman movies or all the old Batman movies, or watch Defenders or like Daredevil, something. Just anything. Comment down below, and if we get enough comments or any comments at all, maybe that'll be the next thing we do.
I'm leaning towards Batman.
I think it'd be fun to do movies again, not a TV show.
Yeah, I don't want to do a TV show. We
but
do enough TV shows starting next week.
Yeah, fuck. But yeah, so just keep that in your mind. Comment that down below. Any movies, you could, even if it's just like 3 movies in a series, do that. Like you could do like the 4 Jason Bournes or whatever. So that doesn't have to be superhero, but I think that'd be interesting to do. But all right, now if I can direct your attention to the screen, Nicholas, jolly old saint Nicholas,
Fuck off.
we could watch the trailer for Thor.
We're going to be able to hear it?
Yeah, just turn up the volume.
Yeah, cool.
We probably won't be able to see because we got lights and camera. But lightning! Thunder!
Shut the fuck up. I hate that song.
I already don't remember any of this.
Yeah, me either.
Well, this is honestly getting me more excited because
Hey,
I didn't
here's
remember
a
he
couple-
was in it either. He's Iron Man. See Paramount.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, that
That
actually.
I remember. Because that, you know what? It was like this weird fucking other country.
It was
planet?
a weird country out in the stars.
This other planet, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to see this.
And then Idris Elba's in it. He's pretty cool. Yeah, I literally don't remember any of this.
Was this the first one we didn't see in theaters?
Yeah. We watched this and Captain America, I believe, 2 nights before Avengers came out.
But I saw Captain America.
But I think we saw Captain America in theaters, but we watched these like we were watching them in order. But this is the one that we're like, we can skip Thor. And then we watched it at home and we're like, oh my god, that was great.
So will it still be great?
I mean, I don't know. It'll at least be different.
Do you think she'll be better than she was in episode 2?
I don't think, at the end, do you remember the second one at all?
No, I try to put that out of my mind.
Do you remember at all the end where he's like hugging her character?
Can I just say yes?
He's like on a balcony hugging her, and I believe it's actually Chris Hemsworth's wife that's there because she didn't want to show up to set because she hated that's why she didn't show up she didn't want to do the third Thor or anything else. So it's actually not even her there at the end of Thor 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if it's any consolation, I hate Thor 2 also.
Because it's just the back of her head. Unfortunately, we don't have it in 3D. I don't know if that'll hurt your feelings or not.
May 6th, so we gotta wait a little while.
But yeah, so that was the trailer for Thor. We'll be watching that, doing a video on it next Monday. Any last things you want to say out to the little Pleekers out there?
No, not really. No, I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching Thor, though.
I am too. Nothing in that trailer looks familiar.
This is the movie I can digitally download?
No, it's Iron Man 3. You got a while to wait for that.
Fuck.
This one we bought at Bookman's.
I might rent it.
Oh, okay. So good night, Vietnam. We've been doing this all day,
Can you
and
shut the fuck up?
it's time to end the show, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on Iron Man 2. Also, comment down the next movie series or whatever you'd like to see us do, and make sure to tweet Nick pictures of your balls. Good night.